with the cervical spine, and in that we had seen what were the functions of the cervical spine and how there were some atypical vertebrae like the atlas and axis. There of course are some variations in the C7 also, because it starts resembling a lot more like the thoracic than the cervical. Then we had said that these transitions are gradual, and we had gone on to describe the vertebra, in which we had started off with how different the body is, then the pedicles, the laminae. Um, then we had talked about the articular and the articular processes, that is the facetal joints and their orientation, transverse processes, spinous processes, the vertebral foramen. We had also spoken about the C0, C1 articulation and the C1, C2 articulation, and how in the absence of bony stability, these junctions require a lot more soft tissue stabilization in order to be able to protect the spinal cord. So in addition to the longitudinal ligaments which become specialized in this particular region, we had added the transverse ligament, apical and alar ligaments. Okay, cruciform was not a separate ligament, it was a differentiation of the transverse ligament only. Okay, and the last slide was about the articulations of the rest of the body, of the spine, sorry. So wherein we spoke about the interbody joints, in which we added the joints of Luschka, which were the articulations between the uncinate processes and the facetal joints and their orientation. Okay, is everyone clear with this so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, any
Yes,
questions? Have you all
yes,
also
ma'am.
begun reading?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, is apical ligament considered a part of the cruciform ligament or is it a separate ligament?
It's a separate ligament.
Okay, ma'am.
Cruciform is an extension of the transverse ligament upwards and downwards.
Okay, ma'am, because in the text it's given that apical ligament or the superior longitudinal band of the atlantal cruciform ligament.
Right. So essentially what happens is, for many of these, the fibers intertwine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. But apical is specified as a separate ligament.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Any other?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah, Ishani.
Ma'am, actually, in the some people refer to as the ligamentum nuchae as the evolution of the supraspinous ligament,
Right.
and some do not. So, do we consider it as the extension of the supraspinous ligament?
Yes. For now, yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. In the context of biomechanics, yes. As you evolve as a student and as a therapist, you will realize that it is difficult to distinguish one structure from the other, especially when you talk about the fasciae and the many facial planes. You will realize that it is one continuum. But let's not get into that right now. Okay. For
Okay, ma'am.
now, as second year biomechanics, we may call it an extension of the supraspinous ligament. Okay, the relevance here is you should know what is going to be the limiting factor for flexion when it occurs at the cervical spine. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so at least from that
Yes,
point
ma'am.
of view, you should be aware. Fine. Any other question? Okay, then, so we shall continue. So we will continue with the intervertebral disc at the cervical spine. So all of you remember that the disc had a basic structure in which it contained the nucleus pulposus, the annulus fibrosus, and it of course was made of this or made in this manner in order to be able to provide the basic function that it does, that is of stability as well as mobility. So we had earlier discussed that the annulus fibrosus is the relative restraining factor within the IV disc, and thereby will be concerned with more stability and limitation of movements, whereas it is the nucleus and its consistency that allows the movements. Okay, so that is what will hold true even for the cervical disc. But there are a few variations that all of you must be aware of. The first factor here is that there is no disc that is present between the C0, C1 and the C1, C2. So the first disc that actually is present is between the C2 and the C3 articulation. Alright, that means if the IV disc plays an important role in the transmission of